Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hamii channel, and for you guys today we're going to be taking a look at our very first video that's going to be helping you guys towards Dark Matter Ultra inside of Black Ops Cold War. Now, as you guys can see, I'm still on an alternate account. I'm just using one of the accounts I used way back in the day when I was doing Black Ops 3 gameplay for you guys. I don't know if anybody will remember that, but we were trying to work towards 10th Prestige, I guess, in Black Ops 3. But this was the account that I made for that, and I'm just sitting on it right now. But yeah, guys, we still haven't heard anything back from the account or anything like that on the main P-Hami account, so as far as I know, man, I'm just not going to sit around and wait anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and continue rolling out some content for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and going to go mostly play bots, like in bot lobby, custom matches and all that, so I can actually give you guys some gameplay to look at. So I can probably give you guys class setups, you know, everything like that, good kill streaks to use, you know, just all around like information that you guys would find very helpful. It's part to help you guys out on Black Ops Cold War. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you guys what we're doing today. So we got the MP5 here, and I'm going to show you guys how to exactly set this up so for you guys could get the best point blank kills that you possibly can. So we'll go ahead and explain to you guys exactly what you guys are going to put onto this gun. So for muzzle, we're going to go and put on the agency suppressor, because we're not going to need any of that damage range that it buffs or nerfs down. So we won't be needing any of that. So we can go ahead and have our shots silent, especially if we're trying to sit somewhere and get some shots up close. And then for our barreler, we're going to go ahead and put on the Ranger barrel, because this is the fastest firing barrel. It's 100% bullet velocity, so your bullets are practically shooting twice as fast, which is obviously a necessity if you're trying to kill your enemies as fast as possible, especially when you're trying to do point blank kills. You're going to want to be right up in their face, obviously, because they're extremely hard, and we'll go ahead and explain to you guys how to get these even easier in the game once we get everything set up. For our body here, we're going to want to put on the best hipfire thing that we can possibly find. So we're going to go ahead and look through here. So we got this one right here. We got your 25% hipfire accuracy, but it has 30 plus reveal distance. You don't really need any other reveal distance stuff, because you're practically going to be inside of your enemies anyways. So you're going to want to put on the SWAT 5 milliwatt laser. That is the best one in my opinion, and it's the best hipfire accuracy that you'll get out of any of these. And that's pretty much what we're trying to do here, is trying to get your hipfire as best as possible, because when you're using these guns and you're trying to get your point blank kills, you're going to be right on top of your enemies. So you're going to want to just hip fire the entire time, because if you're going to use your ADS, you're just going to lose your target, because they're going to strafe back and forth more than likely. For the underbarrel, we're not going to run anything. Like I said, we're not going to be ADSing with this gun. We're basically going to be throwing ourselves on top of the enemies, if you know what I'm saying. And for the magazine, we're going to just want to throw on the 50 round mag, you know, have as many bullets as possible that you can use to be able to take down the enemies. And then for anything else you guys want to throw on here, you can. You really only need those 4 attachments. So like, I don't know, none of this stuff really matters. You can throw on a handle if you want, you know, put on a grip if you want to ADS and run some range as well. Or you can throw on a stock. I didn't really see a need to put attachments on, so I never did. And this was pretty much the entire setup that I used. Now for my perks, this was kind of more important. I'm not going to get into a secondary class, because we're just going to be focusing on just trying to get those medals for your main SMG. For our wild card here, we're going to go ahead and put on perk greed, and we're going to go ahead and come over here into your perks. Now these are very important. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off engineer, and you're going to take off in paranoia or anything like forward intel or something like that, and you're just going to run flak jacket and tactical mask. Best possible thing you can do for yourself, because you'll see here in a second what I'm going to explain to you guys. Secondary perks, just run assassin's gearhead. There's really no other reason to run anything else in my opinion. All the other ones are kind of crap. Perk 3, you want to run gung-ho, absolute necessity. You want gung-ho 100%. And then you can either run ninja or ghost. I'm going to run ghost just for the video. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to be playing these bots. Now, for the important part, why I told you guys to put on tac mask and flak jacket, because you guys are going to want to put on stun grenades as well, because these will help, especially when you are inside of a building and the enemies are just moving around and you can't really get next to them to shoot them. So you're just going to go ahead and just throw that stun down, so you can actually get right on top of them and kill them without them moving around too much and getting in your way. For score streaks, it doesn't really matter. You guys can run pretty much anything you want. I'm just going to put on UAV counter. Now that's the entire setup. I'm going to go ahead and start this off on a Nuketown game on hardpoint, so I can show you guys how to get these easier. And I'm going to be playing recruit bots, so keep in mind that you will not have the same experience if you're going to go ahead and do this in multiplayer. Depending on your KD, this will differ for everybody. Now what I did when I was playing multiplayer, when I was playing regular lobbies and everything like that, what I did was I practically just did exactly what I'm going to do in this video, when I'm going to show you guys, until I did so bad that I got put in easier lobbies, and that's pretty much how I did it. I went from getting like maybe 2 a game to like 20 a game, depending on like how bad I did and what the lobby was that I ran into. So if you guys are getting frustrated, just don't worry. Just try to keep on trying to get it. You know, you'll eventually get a good lobby every now and again, and then you'll get a decent amount, and you should be able to work on these pretty good after a while. So we'll go ahead and start this here for you guys, and we'll go ahead and show you because I do this. All right, so we're sitting here inside of Nuketown, and I'm just gonna pick Nuketown because it's the easiest map to get around. You know, the easiest, most known map that I've ever played inside of Black Ops Cold War. For the most part, you're gonna see nobody's gonna really really move around. But what you're going to want to do, for the most part, if you have an objective such as hardpoint, you're going to want to come over to your hardpoint and you're going to sit inside of it and wait for any enemy to like progress towards this side of the map, and they'll most likely come through right here. You could kind of just sit right here and get a hipfire kill, rush up to people and get a kill like that. See, point blank, so this is the problem with point blank. We'll go ahead and show you guys how close you have to actually be. So when it comes to these, I'm going to just show you guys real quick, see if one of these guys doesn't move. See, normally the point blanks, you have to get like literally on top of them to get one. They are a little bit easier now to get because back then you had to be literally this close to get one, but now they kind of gave it a little bit more leniency, so you guys will be able to get these a lot easier. Max distance to get one of these is going to be right around that. So if you guys can get to right there, probably within like 5 feet of one another, you will definitely be able to get these. Now see, right now that these guys have a hard point, we can just rush in here, find out where one is really quickly. They looks like they cleared up. Okay, see, one runs rushed in here. You can kind of run up to them as fast as possible and just try to put your barrel right inside of them and just barrel stuff them. That'll be the best way to get one. But for the most part, this is all you guys are going to want to be doing, is just trying to run inside of the enemies and just trying to get as many of these as possible and as fast as possible. A really good tip to do is flanking the enemies. So I'll see if I can get you guys a good example of that here in a second. Say we spawned over here and we're going to run around and we're going to try to get behind this guy to get one. You just run right inside of them, and if they are running as well, that's why I want you guys to have gung-ho on, is if they're running away trying to get back towards like mid-map or something, you can catch right up to them and keep on firing at the same time. So you can essentially just like point blank kill while you are rushing at the same time, which is nice, especially if you hit a good flank. So if I come around here right now, since these guys are spawning on this fence, I can come right around here and pick up 2 point blanks just like that. So it's all about positioning when you're trying to get this, and it's really about where you're placing yourself on the map. Most of the time, if you're playing Nuketown or any other small map, you can kind of sit inside a house like this and kind of run back and forth between the rooms, and more than likely when the enemies spawn in on the backside of the spawn, they'll push through the house and they'll only have one angle to hit you from, and that'll be directly in front of you. And if you're closer to the door, you'll be able to knock them out pretty quickly, especially if you're running SMGs. And you can always try to pick the best route possible to get your kill, and try to risk some kills every now and again. You know, don't try to play completely passive, because if you're playing passively, you're just not going to get any kills at all. Now you're going to want to avoid like bigger maps such as like Armada Assault, any big open map like Cartel. You're not going to want to play. You're going to want to try to play as many of these hardpoint games as you can, just because of the pure fact that people have an objective that they are keen on going to and taking, especially with a skill-based matchmaking. You guys will see that, you know, most of the time people just want to win the game because they just want to sweat and get that win, you know, have something to value in their life, I guess. But for the most part, you guys can just find yourselves pretty much sat up into a hard point somewhere, and, you know, just basically wait for those enemies to rush in. You could set yourself in like the back, wait, literally just sit here and wait and just play like how the game wants you to play, and just camp and wait for like somebody like this to come up, try to look through the hard point, look through who's here, and then you can just run up right behind them and get the kill. I'll see if I can get you guys some better examples here with more people pushing the hard point without my teammates sweating it up. But yeah, you guys can definitely see why I'm running all the hipfire attachments that I am in the magazine that I'm using, just because it makes it easier to get more of those kills, more of those hipfire kills together. And especially if there's a lot of enemies right next to each other, you can just pick up more kills that way too. See, now that they have the hard point, we're going to go ahead and show you guys a tactical way you can do this. You could probably pop a stun, come in here, just get a whole bunch of hip fires, maybe, if they're all set up correctly. But it just depends on everything. It depends on the positioning. And that's pretty much what you guys are going to be focused about, is just trying to get your positioning down. That's going to be the hardest thing. And like I said, man, it's not going to be like this easy, as you can see. Like how I'm just sitting here and I'll just flood the door like that and just give me kills. I mean, sometimes it will work like that, because everybody has to come through this door if they're spawning back there, and, you know, just like pushing towards mid-map or pushing towards this hard point. Like these two guys here are just sitting there trying to kill somebody in the point. That'll work the same as most of other lobbies. And now that they're spawning over here, you can just flank around here, kill somebody in the house relatively easily, pick up some kills right here. But other than that, guys, I think that's pretty much going to sum it up. I'm just going to sit here on the hard point real quick and just in the match. I don't really have anything else to explain to you guys. I feel like that was practically the best I could explain. And if you guys end up getting a good lobby, I mean, you guys could pick up like 20 of these, 30 of these in one game. I mean, especially if you're sitting somewhere like right here on the map, you know, you're sitting at the hard point, these guys are just pushing in, trying to get the hard point off of you. I mean, granted, you guys are going to be playing better people, or maybe not, depends. You you guys could always put on a trophy system, you know, throw down a trophy system so they don't stun you, or don't throw grenades on you, grenade spam or stun spam. And if you guys are running tac mask and flak jacket, like I said, you guys shouldn't have a problem getting these at all. Let's go ahead and see how many we got here. So we got like 47, you know, in one game, you know, just trying to sit there and hip fire against recruit bots. I mean, if you were playing like normal people, you probably could pick up 10 in this game, which is still a decent amount. I mean, you only need about 50 of these for every submachine gun, and you'll practically be done with them pretty fast, especially if you use the ways that I explained to you guys, because that'll practically make it the easiest way possible for you. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. If you guys got anything else you guys would like me to cover, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to cover it as best as possible and explain to you guys the easiest way to do it. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you drop a subscribe down below. Greatly helps out. You know, gets the name out there. You know, just overall helps the channel. And drop a like as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you guys like to come see any live gameplay, come over to Hamii TV over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Hamii TV. We greatly appreciate it if you guys can come over there, drop a follow, hang out sometime whenever I go live. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and catch you with another video. And hope you guys enjoyed. See you later. Peace out.